Hello, City Bestie. Welcome back to CreativeDisc exclusive interview with me, Luthfi. And right now, it's such an honor to meet her in person. She's a legend. She's one of the part of family, a big family, a legendary family. And she already worked with legendary Nile Rodgers, rest in peace, and Nile Rodgers and Nile Rodgers from CHIC. Oh my God, I'm so it's very, very honored to meet you in person.
Oh, thank you,
Yes, you're such a legendary woman. This is Sledge from Sister Sledge.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. This is so cool.
Really?
Yes.
This is your first time to Jakarta?
It's my second time in Jakarta.
Oh, wow.
But when I was very young, I was here.
Huh?
But to be here at the Java Jazz Festival, this is really exciting.
The first time you go to Jakarta when?
Oh my gosh, it was in the 80s.
Really?
I was born. But no, we have, very beginning time of when We Are Family was released.
Huh?
And I did a tour, global tour.
In Jakarta?
In Jakarta.
Oh, really?
And it was so long ago, but I remember how beautiful. And I'm not just saying this, how friendly and warm the people are here. I'm excited.
But do you still remember Jakarta in the past? Things like Jakarta's in the past?
What are my memories?
Yes.
I think feeling very, very welcomed.
Oh, wow.
So I felt like when I was coming back, I was like, I can't wait to get back. I'm excited.
All right. So, okay, let's talk more about Sister Sledge. It's very, very interesting musical group because you are doing yourself, I think, and one of your album is produced by yourself, by the Sister Sledge itself. So, tell me the first time that you started Sister Sledge first.
Wow. Okay, we're going way back.
It's all interview. It's back to memory lane.
Yeah, this is definitely a memory lane. Well, we are all sisters.
Yes.
Originally sisters, and I'm the youngest.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and we did lose one sister.
Oh, yeah.
We lost one sister, Joni.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But we always sang. We used to sing in church with our grandmother, and we used to sing at different small concerts locally in Philadelphia, where we're originally from. And then we had hit records in other countries and not at home in the United States.
Oh, really?
So really, like me, I felt like the real life Hannah Montana. Like I would go to these massive concerts, and then I'd come home, and I get on the bus, and I go to school. And I never talked about it. And so this is so real. And then we had a hit in the United States and globally, and that was, of course, We Are Family. And by then I was 15 years old when I sang it, and 16 when it became a big hit.
Wow.
And so then my friends in school believed that I sang. That I sang. It's so true. But it's so true because, but I tell you, the good part about that is it helped me to have a balance. Because I would really go and do these massive concerts, and then I'd come home, I'd go to school, and with my friends, I never talked about it. I would go, one is my life, which is most important, and one is my work, which I love.
Wow.
So I got a chance to balance it out. It made sense.
But when you were younger, I think like balancing life and your work is very, very hard because you're especially a musician and you've got hit with We Are Family. But how can you balance it?
It's interesting. Good question.
Thank you so much.
It was because when I was with my friends, and my friends would say, "What did you do this weekend?" And one friend would say, "Oh, I went to the mall." And another friend would go, "I went to the movies." And then I might say, "I was in England." It didn't feel good. It just, like my friends would go, "Oh, right." Like, and at the end of the day, I felt like I was either bragging or lying.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
It makes your friends envy, right?
Yeah, and so it gave me insight that what really worked is when I would say to my friends, I started learning how to say, like when they'd say, "What did you do this weekend?" I would say, I had to work.
Oh, wow.
And they were cool with that. They were like, "Oh, okay."
wow.
They didn't ask me what or where. And I learned that made sense to me. It is work. Yeah, I love it. It's, I can tell you love what you do.
Yeah.
You're good. You turn on when the camera turns on. Yeah. And with me, the same thing. Like singing, at least when I was a little girl, it wasn't work to me. I enjoyed it, but to my friends, it felt balanced to be able to say, "Oh, I had to work."
Oh wow!
So it gave me a balance too.
Okay, so you are already work with the legendary Brandon Edwards and Nile Rodgers on CHIC. Can you recall your first time meeting with them? The super legendary producer from CHIC that turned the table on the funk and disco music.
I gotta tell you, I love the late Bernard Edwards and of course Nile. And Nile and I are still good friends.
Oh really?
We talk about maybe doing more things together.
Oh, amen.
I know, I would love that. I've written a lot of songs. I've written at least 5 songs with Terry Lewis and Jimmy J.
Wow.
And we talk every now and then. We're like, we got to do this stuff. Like some things I love. I love to write music, and so there is more music to come. And now Warner Brothers, they're going to do a re-release of "Thinking of You."
Oh, wow.
I'm thinking of you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I love that song. But that song, honestly, it's interesting. It's been almost like it's coming out all over again. And what I'm seeing in the audience are generations that weren't even born when I sang it, and they know all the words, and I'm like, wow, this is like We Are Family all over again. So that's what gave us the idea to do it.
So I think you survived so many events that occur in music scene, like disco demolition. If you survive so many things, you reinvent yourself in after that tragedy. I think how can you always reinvent your music day by day?
I think it has a lot to do with loving what you do. And the word I've learned more and more is, instead of saying, I used to say I reinvent, but I think it's a repurpose. Like what I'm seeing more is We Are Family is such a song that generations, it's generational. The next generation knows it. And I think the important thing is when you sing these songs and when you perform them, to stay relevant. That's the word too. I love the idea of choreography, and so I had the choreographer and big screens of the original sisters, and it's very exciting. And I like to show the new audience that may be reintroduced to, even though they know the music. I love to show them the experience, and so that is very exciting to me.
Wow. So right now we have a disco revival, I think. So many music it's inspired by disco, and you are one of the trailblazers in disco scene, I think. So what do you think about the disco scene now? Because it's so unique and it's
so cool. I think good things always come back. And I'll be really honest. I mean, there's great disco music and there's really bad disco music. But there's great jazz and there's bad jazz. So I think music is what's important, good music. And I think it always resurfaces if it's good. And even if it's disco or jazz or R&B, if it's good music, it's new to a new generation. And that's what I see going on. It's crazy because a song like Thinking of You, to me, is not disco. It's just, like I just did a concert with The Roots, in Philadelphia, in the USA. And we did Thinking of You, and the groove was really nice. I was like, I would love to do this with them, because a good song is a good song. And then you can always do remixes, which I love. You can do great songs. I mean, look at Sam Smith with Latch, which I love. I love the song. It's originally a ballad. Or, Harry Styles.
Oh, wow.
I love As It Was. I love that song.
Oh, wow.
But, the remix, to me, when you have a good song, it can just last forever with remixes.
All right.
And stay relevant.
Oh, wow. So, one of the interesting things about Sister Sledge, in my opinion, is you are, at some point, you are producing your own album. I think that's the rarest things the girl group can do. how's your if you don't mind you can recall that memory. What's your decision to we want to make an album that produced by us, not another person?
I think it's a part of evolving. To me, I look at it a lot. You see a lot of actors now, they're now directing movies. And I think it's the same with music. We get a chance not only to sing the songs we love, but now we get a chance to produce them in a way that we'd love to convey the music. So, and with Sister Sledge and my sisters and I, in the early days,
Yes.
we got a chance to do that. And I guess you could say, open some doors for more acts and singers and artists to produce themselves.
Oh wow! Because I think you're one of the. I think you are one of the legendary name in the funk scene and disco scene and the R&B scene. So if you can go to the back to the time machine to your 15 years old what things that you want to say to your?
Oh my gosh! Well, okay. I really was like a real life Hannah Montana, because I really would, like do these big concerts in other countries and come home, get on the bus, go to school. But what's really amazing to me is when I did record We Are Family with Bernard Edwards and Nile Rodgers. I met them. My sisters, we all met them, and it was very interesting because they had all the background parts pretty much already recorded.
Oh wow!
And Luther Vandross.
Yes.
Sang all the background.
Oh. I just remember Luther Vandross sang that background.
And I remember meeting him, and mind you, I'm this kid, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, he wasn't Luther Vandross yet. Because he's doing background.
Yes.
But I remember saying to myself, now I go, wow, what was Luther Vandross doing singing background for me? Because I love Luther. I miss Luther Vandross. I miss artists like Luther and Whitney and
oh man,
Michael and Prince, and so but to be able to say that, and we had a really cool relationship. Like he was very cool. Like he respected my voice a lot, and of course I respected his and still do. But those are the moments that I think in recording We Are Family, that was really special to me.
Oh, okay. Speaking about We Are Family. Like, I just forget to ask this one. Can you recall the moment when you are making a We Are Family?
The album?
Yeah, the album and the song itself. The album, I think.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was not allowed to ever hear anything until it was time to record it. That was it. It was like...
Who's telling you that?
Niall and Bernard. They were
really? No?
Yeah.
Wow.
The greatest dancer was like line for line. I go, okay. They go, okay, cut. Now sing One Night in the Disco. And I go, One Night in the Disco. Okay, cut. And the next line is On the Outskirts of Frisco. On the Outskirts of Frisco, cut. So I didn't know how it was going to sound until it was finished. And yeah, I know, crazy, right? And We Are Family, same thing. And what's crazy to me about We Are Family, now I get it, because I have been singing since I was 11 years old. So I like to ad-lib, the ad-lib of We Are Family, all the stuff on the end. I kid you not, it was one take. They were like, there we go, just do it, just sing. And Niles, to this day, will say, which is a huge compliment, that he feels I have one of the strongest pop voices ever. And I think as a kid, singing that song at 15, I wasn't inhibited. I mean, I would just sing. I would sing, Now, of course, I did the ad-lib in one take.
Yeah.
But when they, they would edit it and they fixed it how they heard it.
Yeah.
But I remember doing all the ad-lib and then wanting to do it again.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Now we got it. It's good." And I was like, "You do? Wait, I want to do more." But I think that is the magic of these songs because there's always this feeling of newness. Like when you hear "Thinking of You,"
Yeah. It's like sounds like a feels dated, I guess.
It makes you feel good. It's feel good music.
That's good, huh?
And I think that has something to do with it. I think it's because it was recorded with so much spontaneity.
Oh, I see.
That I think it always feels like it's spontaneous.
Oh,
it wasn't over rehearsed because I didn't even know it.
Oh, I think
It's interesting.
Yes, because I think when especially the album, we are family. I think like there's some rawness in there, and there's timeless piece in there, especially in We Are Family. I think like if you put it on the 2023 song or 2020 songs, people didn't know that it was on the past.
I know. Well, it's funny you should say that, because with my team, when we work together, I always say when I go into a meeting, you never have to start off when you talk about We Are Family. You don't have to say, "Do you remember the song We Are?" You just go, "You know the song We Are Family," which instantly you don't have to say. Do you remember the song Happy Birthday? Like, Happy Birthday.
Oh,
wow. It's like you say, the song Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
And that's what We Are Family is. To me, it's more than a song. It is, honestly,
a statement.
It's a statement. It's an experience. It's something that even Nile will tell you if he was sitting right here. And he has said this in interviews. None of us knew that it was going to do what it did. And even if you think about it, even when you say it that way, you never really, the way that you should say, the correct way of saying this is, we are a family. Like, we are a family. But they came up with this idea, no, we're going to say we are family. And it's even changed, I think,
perspective,
it changed the perspective, and it changed how you say it. So with all that said, I think no one knew that it was going to be this big thing that it continues to be.
All right, so we have a very limited time, so we wrap up this interview. Oh my God, wow, oh my God, I'm so honored, and I'm so when you are saying the history of We Are Family, I think my back is like tingling because it's a very great song, and I love CHIC. I'm a big very fan of CHIC work. So, Kathy, thank you so much. It's such an honor to interview you.
Thank you so
much. So, okay, CD Bestie, thank you for viewing and listening this interview. Check out another interview on CreativeDisc.com and CreativeDisc YouTube. I'm Luthfi, and this is
Kathy Sledge.
signing out from here. Bye-bye!
Bye.